I mean, that's crazy. That's my boot. That's crazy for going in October. So what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you exactly why rotational grazing, mob grazing, whatever you want to call it, moving the cows every day works. Check it out. The girls and the boys now, keep forgetting that I have 2 steers and a bull. They're over here on this paddock now. Now, this is this field here is probably our best field. Why? Let me show you something. This is what they're going to be moving into tomorrow. I want you to see this. Look at this. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, it's actually hard to walk through, and this is almost October. This is one of the last weeks in October, and look, you can't see my boot. Look, this is nuts. This is why the land resting, moving the cows every day works so well. Look at how much grass there is. Look at how much grass there is. This is insane. They're going to be here trying to see how many days this actually is, because I still don't have a good, calculation in my head about seeing how many days this grass is. This even looks short right here, but it's not. It's actually pretty deep. That's just really, really tall. So while all my other neighbors around here are gonna start feeding hay pretty soon, it looks like, because when we drive around we see the fields with the cows, there's just maybe this much grass. We got, what, 18 inches? This is nuts. This is why this works. Look at how much grass this is, and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. This is our best field, and I mean, I thought I was going to keep the cows in here. It's about 2.5 acres. I thought I'd keep them in here should be about 5 paddocks if it was in one of the other fields, and in each paddock we keep them 2 days in the other fields. But this one, it might be 3, maybe even 4. So they could actually be in these 2.5 acres, moving every day, moving just about every day, eating fresh grass, eating, only the top third, for approximately at the maximum 20 days. That's nuts. And mind you, this is September, October. This is wow. I think you're happy about it, Betty. You always come over when I'm filming, and then when I start talking to you, you move away. Why? I don't know. You've been with me for 7 months now almost, and you're still afraid of me. There's this new documentary out on Netflix. It's called Kiss the Ground. And this is exactly what they're talking about. Now, do I agree with the entire film? 90% or above I agree with. Some of the stuff, it gets a little bit political, and it's just, eh. But this is what they're talking about sequestering carbon. You see, the plants take the carbon from the atmosphere, put it into their roots. The roots make the plant grow up like this. And I mean, this is just ridiculous. We are growing more grass here than probably anywhere else in our town. Why? Because we're letting it rest. One, we're letting the animals eat it down to a point to where it regrows, rather than, see, this plant's here, this grass here is not going to grow probably any more than it is already, because it's reached its peak stage. So we take it down to not where it's completely gone, but to its growth stage, and then it'll grow back up like this a lot faster. Right now we have 30 acres here on our farm, ranch, whatever you want to call it, and I would say approximately 22 to 25 acres is already ready to be grazed back again. But we're moving them every day. That way, we're doing it slower because it's winter time. In the springtime we'd speed them up. But we have 20 to 25 acres of grass ahead of us that's ready right now. Now the other 5 to 8 acres, it's taking this time to rest and regrow and get back up to the stage where we can start grazing it again. People talk about taking carbon from the atmosphere. There it is. There it is right there. This right here is what it needs to be turned into. That's carbon from the atmosphere. That's healing the planet. That is doing good things for your cows, because they get fresh grass every day. They get more grass to eat, which makes them put on more weight, and then in turn that's good for you because you make more money. So in that scenario, everybody wins. Everybody wins. It's healthier for the cows, it's healthier for you, it's healthier for your family, it's healthier for your customers, and it's healthier for the planet. Why wouldn't you do it? Oh, it takes too much time. It took no time. Look at the cows. They moved in like that. Why? Because I've trained them over the past few months to just follow where I want them to go, and they know that, they trust me, they know that I'm not gonna hurt them, that I'm not gonna do anything bad to them, and they move wherever I tell them to without a bucket even now, which is nuts. You know, I used to feed them alfalfa pellets, but now I just kind of just call them. It's Jeff Smith over at Smith Family Ranch loves, come on cow cow, there you go, that one was for you. But they just follow me wherever I go. They're not, you know, they're not dependent on me for their food, like I'm not bringing it to them. I'm bringing them to their food. And they know it. And that's why they love me. You see, I just like scenarios where everybody wins. The cows are winning, you're winning, and the earth is winning. But you see, I can't believe how much grass is regrown. And you know what? This has been this length for a little while now. So we're actually not even as productive as we could be. We could actually be growing more grass. Because if I moved the cows here right when it hit its peak stage and took it down to its growth stage again, guess what? More grass would grow. But you know what? We need more cows. We need more cows. I mean, how many times do you hear people say that? You need more cows. Most of the time it's, oh, I need less cows, or I can't feed my cows. We need more cows. Why? Because they're not keeping up with it. We have 13 here on 30 acres. We're over the stocking density already for our area, which is 3 to 4 cows, 3 to 4 acres per cow. We're at, you know, 2 point something, and we still can't keep up with it. We need more cows. We've increased production here by almost probably double, if not more, in our first year. And that's all thanks to Betty and the electric fence and our water line, which so graciously provides our water for the cows. I mean, this is just, look, you can tell some of it's grown up a little bit too much. You got a little bit more goat weed to get in here. I'll take care of that once they move out of this paddock here, and then I'll follow them and take care of the goat weed. But this here is just candy for them. This is candy. They're gonna put on so much weight in these paddocks here, especially when we get over to where the chickens were over that way. Oh my gosh, the grass is almost 3 feet there, and thick and thick and thick and thick. And you know what we're also seeing is different species of grass start to grow up because it's resting. Like this right here, this wasn't there when we got here. Why? Because the cows would eat that down, but now look, it's coming back. You're starting to see more clover. Look, we almost had no clover in any of our pastures, and you can see, look, there's clover coming back. And that's what we want. See, look, everywhere you look, you can see just a little bit of clover. Not a lot, because, you know, it might take a couple years for it to come back, but just a little bit, and that's a great sign. Why? Because the cows aren't going to get all that. That's going to go to seed, and then guess what? It's going to reseed itself. So we're just in a really good spot here. Everything's just going really, really well. Everything that I've read about, everything I've watched on YouTube about is working, you know? It's cool to see something that you read about for, what, in my case, 2.5 years, actually be able to put it in action and see it work. I mean, and it's doing it. It's doing it. We've increased production. The cows are nowhere near where the cows are nowhere near overstocked. And this winter, we might not have to feed any hay because of this. Everywhere that you look, there's grass. Look, this is a 55-gallon barrel cut in half that I made into a water trough for them. The grass is just as tall as that, and the bahia goes way over because that's what bahia does. But look at that. Jordan's happy, everybody's happy. And you know what, I can tell you this, because we have the Longhorns and we're here in Texas, that's the main highway into town. We're gonna see people, because it happens every time the cows are over here, stop, pull over, and take a picture of what's going on here, because one, something different. They don't see cows in a paddock like this and being moved every day. Two, they're Texas Longhorns and they're beautiful. So I can guarantee you we're gonna end up seeing, you know, probably in the next course of 10 days, probably 20 or so people pull over, take pictures. It's really funny. Even when we had the chickens down that way, people would stop, take pictures of what we're doing with the chickens because it's different. I don't know, they're interested in it. They wanna know what we're doing. They might see us on YouTube and kind of figure out where we live or whatever. That's kind of creepy, by the way. Anybody that does that, it's really creepy, and yeah, creepy. But it's just cool that people are interested in this kind of stuff. Also, if you guys really want to come to the ranch here, we're going to be doing farm tours once all this passes. So you'll have your opportunity to come do it, and you don't have to, like, oh, drive by, take a picture if that's what people are doing. you'll have your opportunity to do it. And we'll give you a tour of everything rather than just the front part with the longhorns and when we do the meat chickens. Just keep that in mind if you're in the East Texas area. So with that, I think I'm going to sign off here. But this is why, I hope you guys can see exactly why that this moving the cows every day, this regenerative agriculture works for everyone. It works for you, works for your cows, works for the earth, works for your pocketbook, it works for just everyone. It just makes so much sense to do, and that's why we're doing it. So hit that subscribe button down below, ring the notification bell so you get notified when we put up new videos. Hit the like button because it really does help the YouTube algorithm, and drop a comment if you spoiled rotten.